Hey everybody, Adam here from Z Hacks. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some HPD decals that you can get for a CR-Z. If you've ever seen the CR-Z HPD images, the car is supercharged. It has these decals, it has a few different body pieces on it, and then exhaust, and just the full racing spec for this car. And so I just threw on some of the HPD decals. You can see it down there. I would do a guide on how to put them on. It's really simple. I'll just kind of talk about it here in a second, but I'm also going to let you know where you can find them. I'm going to put the link in the description for both left and right side. And then there's also a sticker you can get for the back of the car that says HPD Racing, I believe. But for the pair of decals, it's about 50 to 60 bucks depending on where you get it. I bought them at a dealership, so it was like $5 more for each side, so it ended up being about 60. But it makes the car look pretty cool, especially if you were to paint the wheels, like a gunmetal similar to the HPD. I haven't done that yet, but I'm possibly planning on doing that. I'll show you what they look like. I'll turn the camera around here in a second, and then I'll show you kind of what you're gonna have to do when you put them on. So here's the car with the stickers on, the decals, I should say. They're kind of a matte, metallic. It's kind of an interesting gray. It's pretty nice looking. It adds a little bit of sportiness and uniqueness to the car. They go up to the front fender well, and then there's another small section that goes up the front, past the front fender well. So when they send them to you, or when you receive them, they'll be in a Honda box, rolled up, in a roll, and that can cause some wrinkling and some air bubbles when you go to put them on. I actually have an air bubble on this one around that area. It's not too bad though, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. The other side turned out great, but when they send them to you, they're also oversized, so they hang off the edges, and you'll have excess hanging down here that you're gonna have to trim. I used just a razor blade. Also, this is gonna extend really far into here, and then you're gonna have to trim that. You're gonna have to trim all the way along the bottom, which is pretty easy. You stick the sticker on in place before you peel off the top, and then you kind of press it in to see where the edge is, and then you can just trim along there, and it's gonna roll up around the edge anyways, which is what you need to do. And then on this back corner here, basically you should, when you line up the sticker, make sure to line it up on this edge. You don't want it to go over the edge or it's going to look bad. You don't want it to be too far down or it's going to look like it's misplaced. So I did this all by myself. It wasn't too bad, but I lined it up here with some excess off the edge, and then I kind of just stuck it on after peeling off the back. Carefully put it on the entire side there, and then I started with this corner by trimming off the excess after pulling the mud flap off. Trim that so I could just peel the top off and make sure it was sticking well. Overall it turned out great, I think. The front is real easy. You just got to have it line up with this seam here, which I didn't do a great job with this side, but the other side turned out pretty well, I think. That one seemed to line up a bit better, and then there's the decal for that side, and that turned out really well too. So yeah, that's the HPD side decals. So if you want to add a little bit of character to the car and don't want to go way aftermarket or something, this can add a nice little accent of sportiness and uniqueness to the car. And again, the link's in the description for all the HPD decals, and then from there you should also be able to find any performance HPD parts if you want. They've got a full suspension kit, exhaust kit. It's pretty expensive stuff. And then there's a splitter for the front, a diffuser for the back. They have their own set of rims for those cars. They're Enki custom rims for them, nice gunmetal. I think they're 17-inch rims. But yeah, it's a nice kit. I would Google a picture of them before you go and do anything, you know, if it's your kind of style, just to make sure. But yeah, I'm gonna also be making seat cushions for the back, for the cubbies at some point here, and I'll kind of walk through that. It's gonna just be foam padding with some fabric over the top, but I have taken all the measurements, and I should be doing that hopefully in the next couple weeks, so we'll see. So far the car's been good. I'm getting about 40 miles per gallon with a K&N air filter, and you know, it's sporty, it's fun, it handles great. If you have any questions or comments, or if you like the video, you know, leave something in the comments, or like or subscribe if you really like the video. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope this tip helped you guys. So I'll see you next time.